to the Financial IQ podcast. I'm Kerry Towndrow. Let me ask you something. If I looked at your bank statements right now, would I find a few silent leaks? And what do you think you'll score if you took my personal wealth identity audit? Let me just run through what it looks like in the identity levels so you can kind of think about where you would score. First is the low level reactive money identity. Your money is responding to life instead of leading it. You might be making spending decisions in the moment. Expenses just feel unpredictable. Your financial clarity feels out of reach. If this is you, you know. The next level is conscious money leadership. This is where you've started paying attention to your numbers. You're aware of where money is flowing, but maybe the system isn't fully embodied yet. So some months feel organized, others you slip back into old patterns. And this just leads to an awareness. More awareness creates more consistent habits. The next level where you're in the green is wealth leadership. And this is where you're no longer reacting to money, you're directing it. Your budget has structure, your profit leaks are identified quickly, and money decisions feel intentional. And so at this level, you have this level of refinement, automation, and you know those numbers in your head because you embody your wealth and you protect your money. At the final level is the wealth steward, and that's where you have a system of money flow. Your spending now aligns with your values and your wealth allocation happens automatically. Your growth is safe, sustainable, and your level of budgeting isn't out of control. You're doing this weekly because you love it and you love seeing your money grow. This is about wealth focus with clarity and confidence. At your level of identity, this directly impacts the amount of small leaks that easily add up to thousands a year. And so today I'm going to uncover the 7 money leaks that may be affecting your finances right now. I have spoken about these in the previous episode, how it aligns with the budget template. Today, let's just go through the 7 so that you can see and go through if you are experiencing any of these. The first is subscription creep. This is one of the biggest profit leaks I see. The next is eating out habits. Number 3, grocery impulse spending. 4 is lifestyle creep. Maybe upgrading where you're living too quickly, buying that new fancy car on finance. Number 5 is unplanned annual expenses. This is something you don't want to be caught out. Number 6, convenience spending. This is you thinking that convenience will help you, but you just haven't prepared yourself to save time and money. And 7 is invisible family spending. This is because when no one else is watching, you feel you can just tap and go and buy whatever you like without any repercussions. And sometimes we really need to be accountable to ourselves, and your personal budget helps you do that. So let's go through some of these because I'm sure you've identified 1 or more of the 7 that are impacting you today. Subscription creep. How many households are spending $150 to $400 a month on subscriptions? This can be a quick fix by just doing a quarterly subscription audit, canceling any of those subscriptions. So it's easy as sending an email or jumping on and canceling that. The second, eating out habit. Now, you might be surprised when you add up your eating out budget summary that there's takeaway meals, there's coffee runs, there's quick lunches and dinners out. And individually, they feel harmless. But when they add up to $997 one month, it's another story. So you might want to look at that budget and think, okay, what would be reasonable for my family to go out once a week and have takeaway once a week? Add up that budget and give yourself an amount, an allowance for that. Number 3 is grocery store impulse spending. I get it. I've got kids. When you walk into the grocery store, they want some muffins, they want to pick some chips, all these extra things. You can't think straight. and you haven't really planned your list. So you end up buying double of some things. Walking into the supermarket without a plan is expensive. And what I love, which I'm now doing, is planning meals on the Sunday for the next week with my beautiful recipe books and then ordering online and picking up. How easy is life? So that way, I've managed to drop my weekly grocery bill down to just $97 by just planning ahead. Plus, it helps de-stress me at the end of the day because I already have meals planned for the week. I know what's happening. Number 4 is lifestyle creep. This is where your income increases and your spending increases quietly too. You might think, oh my gosh, I'm earning so much money. I'm going to have enough to buy a property or to save up. And you wonder, where has all the money gone? It's often in lifestyle creep. The problem is when you change rentals and you upgrade your rent to 30 to 40% of your income, you're now capped in that level. So better restaurants, more convenience, lifestyle upgrades. Now, nothing is wrong with enjoying life, but you've got to decide what is your focus right now. Is it simply enjoyment or is it wealth building? And when you switch over into wealth building, you start making decisions differently. Number 5 is unplanned annual expenses. So things like car servicing, insurance, holidays, school costs, flying your family down, go to weddings and things like that, having time off work. These often bring extra financial stress in the time if they're not planned for. So it's really good to sit down with your budget, look at all the holidays, look at the plan for your family, and budget in advance. Number 6 is convenience spending. So that is obviously the biggest money leak. I still am an advocate for cooking at home. And my partner loves eating out. And his view is it's just cheaper in the end to eat out because you don't have to cook and clean and all of those things. I absolutely am a money-focused person. And I know what would cost our family to eat out one night, I could make 3 nights of dinners. So it just doesn't make sense. Plus, it's more unhealthy. Look, none of these are bad. Sometimes we need convenience. Sometimes we have just had a week and we don't want to cook dinner. But if that becomes a habit, then your expenses will grow. Number 7 is invisible family expenses. These are like kids' activities, clothing, technology upgrades. All of these things happen. I've just had to upgrade my computer and my phone almost at the same time. When these are unstructured, then they're hard to control. This is why you need that buffer in your bank account to account for these invisible expenses. So here's the key insight. Most households don't need to drastically change their lifestyle. If you can just start plugging some of these leaks, small changes can compound quickly. And then opening the discussion around meal planning, streamlining, buying in bulk, and really being a bit more focused on keeping more of your money, you will be surprised how much more is left over. And once you start wealth building, it becomes easier because it's like a reward system. The more you put in, the more effort you put in, the more money stays. And so I would love that for you too. Here's a personal example. When I reviewed my spending, eating out was costing $997 a month. That is convenience tax. I've now switched that to planning meals and set a budget of $500. Subscriptions. Few subscriptions had to be cancelled. That saved at least $322 a year. There is likely more there I haven't yet identified, and that is the invisible subscription drift that can be in your business and your personal life. The next was interesting, those emotional buffer purchases, $350 for clothes. And, while it's nice to just be spending that money, sometimes you can maybe set yourself a budget of $150 a month, just so you've got something that you're not blowing the budget on big purchases. So same household, same meals, just better planning. If you want to improve your finances this month, and start with one simple question: where are my money leaks? Because once you identify them, it's really hard to unsee them. And when you understand where your money is going, then you can gain the power to take action. And that's when wealth building truly begins. If this episode helped you identify those profit leaks in your own finances, make sure you subscribe to the Financial IQ podcast. I'll be sharing more of these strategies, tips to help you in your business and your personal life. And if you want to build this financial system that helps lead your money with confidence, then explore what I have inside Money University. There are some free tools and templates to get you started. And if you want help finding those extra hidden leaks, then take the Profit Leak Scorecard and I'll unlock the budget tools inside Money University. It's completely free because all you need is help taking the first step.